statements issued by hosts, co-hosts, guests, and anyone else appearing on the show do not reflect the stance of the College of New Jersey or the NJDOE OSE. Please use your professional judgment when implementing strategies and resources within your practice.
Switches and apps, little adjustments, big impact. The AT Center presents AT Talks, where every voice has room.
Hey listeners, Brian here. Welcome back to AT Talks for part 2 of Rare Diagnosis Big Impact, Navigating Malan Syndrome with Kim and Dominick Ventarola. If you keep listening past the end of the podcast, there's a little Easter egg where we get to learn everybody's favorite Disney or Pixar character. We hope you enjoy part 2. So Dom, we're going to talk about you. We're going to talk about you and your tech now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I know we work together every week, so I already know how awesome you are at using all of your technology, but we want to let all of our listeners know about it a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So you have this really cool tool called the Chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about it? What does the Chameleon do? How does it help you with your iPad?
Well, it has Braille in dots
Okay.
to press it down.
How do you read Braille? What do you read Braille? Do you read it with your
Fingers.
Do you read it with your eyes, or do you read it with your? Oh, you do. And then how do you type? How do you type on there?
Well, there's Braille keys.
Yeah. How many of them are there?
1, 2, I guess 4 or 5.
How many Braille keys are?
One more.
6.
That's right.
6. There's 6 Braille keys. And if I were to ask you, how about this? If I were to ask you, how do you do the letter D for Dom? What dots are the letter D? Do you remember?
1, 4, and 5.
1, 4. Nice, Dom. How about O? What's O for Dom?
Dom, what's O?
D-O. What's O?
Dot number 1 and 3 and 5.
Nice. And let's do your full name. What's M for Dom?
1, 3, and 4.
Nice, Dom. That's good.
I bet that's one of the first things you learned when you were learning the Braille. You learned how to spell your name. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's cool.
Awesome.
And you originally, when you were originally learning Braille, you were learning Big Braille. But what are you learning now?
Lighter.
Right, regular.
Regular, right?
Yeah.
Lighter Braille, regular
Yes.
Braille.
Yeah.
That's cool. What do you use the Chameleon when you're using the Chameleon? What do you have to turn on your iPad?
The voiceover in the Chameleon.
And what does voiceover do?
Turn on the iPad.
Right, but what does it do as you use the Chameleon to move around the screen? Does it speak to you?
It speaks.
What is it? Oh, what does it tell you?
That I'm writing my name.
Good. Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you know
Awesome. Anything else you want to add about the
what
Chameleon?
else do you know how to do on the Chameleon? Do you know how to do it all by yourself?
Yes.
Or who taught you how to do all that by yourself?
Mr. Brian.
You are definitely a pro at it, Dom. You are very good at
Yes.
connecting your Chameleon to your iPad, and then we've been doing your
Yes.
weekly words lately, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been doing awesome with that. Do you have a Dunkin' Donuts there?
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Refresher.
Ooh,
Ooh, nice.
What flavor is that?
Strawberry.
Ooh, that looks good.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on, I've heard that you're also really good at using Siri and your voice. Brian mentioned that you use your Braille display to type for school, but what do you use Siri for? What are some things that you might ask Siri?
To talk to him and say different things to him.
Because Siri's a boy on your iPad, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And what do you ask him to do, or what you said it before? One thing. What's one thing you ask it to do?
Turn voiceover on.
Good.
Hmm.
Hopefully you didn't say the word
Important.
Siri and then voiceover on, because all your devices will all of a sudden turn on right now, right?
I know. But
What else do you ask Siri?
go ahead. What else do you ask Siri?
To
To what? What do you ask
to
Siri?
talk.
To talk. But what else? You ask Siri for, I know, to turn on your what? What do you like listening to?
Music.
Mm-hmm.
And then how do you reach out to people? What do you do? Do you ask it to text or call? What do you
Text
do?
and call.
And right. And who do you call?
Yeah.
Presley and like text my parents, like
Mhm.
grandparents.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Yep.
What do you text your grandparents? What do you ask them, or what do you tell them?
What you're doing and what are you saying?
Do you ever ask them to take you anywhere?
Get me Wendy's. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
always say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else?
And
And I always boss them around.
Siri or your grandparents?
My grandparents.
Yep.
Not both. Not both.
Yeah, both.
Dom, how about the Promethean board? That's, for those who don't know, the Promethean board is like a smart board.
Yes.
So how do you see what your teacher puts on the board, right? How do you see how do you see what your teacher puts on the board?
Like the iPad comes to the board into the iPad.
What is it called?
A Chameleon.
What do you use? What's the app?
Play Pro.
What's the app you use? The Play Pro app. And how does that help you?
It could go to the board to my iPad, and it could go like everywhere, like on where she is going.
So when she does stuff on the Promethean board, it goes to your iPad?
Yeah.
And that's easier for you to see?
Yes.
Why is it easier?
Is
Sorry.
it? Yep. Nope, that was good.
It could go.
Why does that make it easy? Oh,
You
sorry,
go.
Dom. You go, Dom, bud. Why does it make it easier? Your mom asked you the same question. So why does it make it easier
Because
for you
it's
to see?
better from the C to the
Because it's
bigger,
not bigger.
smaller.
And is it closer or farther away? Which one is closer to you? Your iPad or the Promethean board?
The iPad.
Right? And so that makes it easier. Is it hard for you to see things that are far away?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about with the Play Pro, or you being able to see the Promethean board?
Yeah. The Chameleon, like, it's like hard to like see Dominick Ventarola's iPad connected.
Oh, when you telling it it's connected?
Yes.
It's going to air it all out now. You said, tell
Yeah.
us what you want. He's venting.
Yes, I love it.
Yes.
I
But
love it.
Do you use your Chameleon in school as well? Or are you just using it
I use it
right now, like at home or
I
with
use it in
Brian?
morning meeting and with him.
And with Mr. Brian. And who else? What else? You use it for everything, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
You type words.
And who turns it on? You? Do you set it up, or
Yeah,
does Miss Catherine set it
I
up?
do it.
You do it.
Cool.
Awesome. Do you ever show other kids how to use your tech?
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no.
Why yes and no?
What?
What do you mean yes and no? Do you show anybody how to use it?
Yes.
Future assistive technology professional in the making.
You're going to be Mr. Brian's assistant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. Would you come with me from school to school and help me teach?
Yeah.
In the
You
big
can be a dual police officer and assistive technology professional.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
That's cool. I like that.
Awesome. All right. We're going to get into a little bit more about some fun things that you like to do, Dom. Does that sound good?
Yes.
All right. We're going to talk about swimming. So you've been to 3 state championships for the Special Olympics.
Yes.
What is it like when you're on the block and ready to swim?
Well, when the whistle goes, I have to jump in the pool and do the backstroke.
What are you thinking, Dom, when
And
you're
then-
swimming? What's going? Oops, sorry. Keep going, bud.
And then there's like on Sundays there's like practice.
Yes.
Cool.
Right. Like that.
What are you thinking about when you're swimming, Dom? When you're in that pool,
I think it's cool.
you think it's cool? Are you hoping that you get first?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you thinking when you're doing the backstroke from one side of the pool to the other? What are you thinking in your head? What are you thinking?
I think that I should flip around and like do the front stroke.
Oh, but are you allowed to do that? Maybe you need to tell Madison and Brian, are you allowed to change strokes in the middle of your lap?
No.
Because what happens then?
No.
I have to go back.
You get DQ'd, right? Disqualified.
Do you usually do 2 laps, like down and back?
Yes.
Other than the backstroke, what strokes do you do?
Med relay.
Medley, yes, a medley relay.
Yes.
Wow.
Tell them what that is.
It's like
How many people do you swim with?
4.
4. Everybody has a turn, right?
Yeah.
And does everybody do a different stroke?
Yes.
Yes.
And do you normally do the backstroke in the medley relay?
Yes.
Or do you do a different one? Yeah. And then what other strokes do you do? What other strokes?
Backstroke, front stroke, and breaststroke.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I want to ask about your goggles that you wear. You were telling us a little bit about those before. Can you tell us about your goggles and how
Yeah.
they help you in the pool?
There's like backs on it, like
Yes. Oh, it's specially fit, right, for your head?
yeah.
Yes. It has a special strap. What
Yes.
else?
And it could go on the back, and then there's like goggles like that. I don't know if it's backwards or
What do you mean?
kind of like backwards or
The way the goggles are they dark or are they light?
dark
They're dark like what? Like
sunlight.
sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
And why are they dark like sunglasses?
Because it's like bright. The light
In the pool is it underwater in the pool or in this indoor swimming pool?
indoor swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
And Dom, how many gold medals do you have?
Like 10.
10. 10
Wow.
gold medals.
Yeah.
All in
That's
the
awesome.
all in the backstroke or in different strokes?
Different styles.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Dom, is it okay if I ask your mom a question now?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're-
Kim, you're the president. You're also the president of the Old Bridge Special Education PTA.
Yes.
So between that and your foundation, how are you seeing inclusion change for kids like Dom?
I think that we're changing inclusion by just guiding educators and guiding the districts as well as community is that it's not, inclusion can look all different ways. But again, if we just start from saying yes, that's all it takes. And then just coming to the table, figuring out what works, how we can create access, what does that look like? Really, there's no reason why we can't include everybody in all different areas, whether that's extracurriculars, sports, school, your communities. It's important to feel included. Everybody wants to belong, and there's no reason. I think there should be no, and we should always just try and do a yes, whatever that looks like. Everybody's story is different, and everybody's needs are different. But I think we can always meet somebody where they need to be, and really just include them. Pull up a seat at the table. Everybody should have a seat at the table.
And are there any initiatives that you can think of, excuse me, either from SEPTA, or that's the Old Bridge Special Education PTA, or from the Malan Syndrome Foundation that you can think of that for inclusion that you come off the top of your head?
Yeah, so SEPTA is working really hard with creating access, and we've created an accessibility committee recently. So we just launched that. So we're working with the district and collaborating on different initiatives and how we can, work on accessibility concerns in the district. Just so much as, you know, painting steps or checking out buildings and just different, really different initiatives that are coming to light. We have an intake form. We're reaching out to the community and we're hoping to be able to work with the district and administration, who is absolutely wonderful and accepting of this to make Old Bridge a better, a better district for everyone in belonging. And they're doing an amazing job already. And we're really excited for this initiative to come along.
That's really awesome that you have a specific accessibility committee within SEPTA. That's really cool. I love that.
Yeah. We have an amazing board and amazing parents and volunteers. And our administration really works together with us and they want the best for our kiddos.
Awesome. Next question. What advice do you have for parents who are currently in that, quote, 2-year search for answers, feeling like they're hitting a wall with specialists? So this is kind of going back to our conversation before about talking about Dom's diagnosis and your journey with that.
Yes. And I know my journey was 2 years. So I think that everyone's journey is different. We have some families that are a bit of a longer uh, journey on when they got diagnosed. But I think as far as feeling like you're hitting a wall is always go with your gut, whether it's your mom gut, your dad gut, any gut you have, keep pushing for answers. You always have to be that mama bear or that papa bear. And it's not there's nothing wrong with going for second or third opinions. And I think that's one of the biggest things to really I think it's a hard thing for some people. They feel like they shouldn't go for a second opinion or they really like their doctor, so they don't want to make them feel like they don't agree with what they're saying. But honestly, second, third opinions, fourth opinions. I mean, we went to 4 specialists before we even had anybody that really listened to us. So I think you really just always have to go with your gut. Um, you know your child best. You are your child's expert. And that's really the bottom line. You live with your child, So just continue to fight. Find other parents going through the same thing because every special needs parent will always help another special needs parent. We'll never let anybody face it alone.
And doctors are human too. So like going for that second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th is
Right.
not a bad thing because
No.
they don't know what they don't know. And especially with something like a rare
Exactly.
disease, you might find that one that has worked or may be willing to do more or something like that. So that's totally true.
Exactly. Yep. 100%.
All right, Dom, are you ready for our game AT Detective?
Yeah.
So we're going to ask some questions to both you and your mom.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're going to give you some clues, and then you need to tell us what it is.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see if you can win another gold medal.
Are you gonna beat your mom, Dom?
Yes. And Stitch will beat me.
I think you're going down.
Oh.
All right. Are you ready to be a detective, Dom?
Yes.
All right.
All right. So, as Brian said, we're going to give you some clues and you're going to give us the answer. So, the first one, clue number 1 for Dom, I am a device that connects to your iPad.
A chameleon.
I have little. Oh,
Ah,
ding, ding, ding.
how'd you know that? You were so quick.
I didn't even finish my clue there. You got it.
So, device that connects to your iPad. It has little pins that pop up and down so you can read with your fingers. What is it, Dom?
What is it?
A chameleon.
Nice. You got it. All right. Clue number 2 is for Kim.
Oh, no.
I'm something that isn't a machine, but I am a powerful tool. I help connect families from all over the world so they don't feel alone. What
A
am
chameleon.
I? That's a good guess, but this one's for Mom. Let's see if she can get this one
Let
right.
me
Okay,
think. Let
Dom.
me think. Is it the
Let's
Malan Syndrome Foundation?
I take that or something like Facebook or social media, the internet. That's ding 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 ding. I like it.
I'm one, Mom, half a one.
All right, back to Dom. Clue number 3. I don't have ears, but I listen to your voice. You boss me around.
Siri.
I don't have hands.
Oh.
Oh,
What
what
is
was
it?
that?
Siri.
Siri.
That's
How
it.
did you know?
The rest of the clue was I don't have hands, but I can type your homework. Who am I?
Siri. Good.
Siri.
Awesome.
You're really good at this, Dom. You're flying through this. All right. Clue number 4 is for Kim. I'm a very important document in school. I act like a roadmap or a contract that lists all the goals and special tools, like the Chameleon, that a student needs to be a superstar in class. What am I?
Ooh.
A Braille writer.
Not a Braille writer. It was for Kim. Are you Kim?
No.
No. How? An IEP.
Spot on. Nice job.
An individual education plan.
The most important
Womp
roadmap in school.
All right, Kim.
That's
Kim
right.
has 1.5 points and Dom has 2.
No, I don't.
No, you
All
don't?
right.
You don't have 2 points?
No.
All right, last one
Fine.
is for Dom. This is a tricky one. Are you ready for this one, Dom?
Yes.
I am not electronic. I don't have batteries. I help you see underwater. And you need me when you're winning.
Goggles.
Oh my gosh.
Stitch was
that's
helping
awesome.
me with that.
You were awesome
Awesome.
at that one. Yeah, assistive tech can be low tech too, right, John? Right, Dom?
Yeah.
Nice. Now, Dom, I have one more. I think. Oh, wait. Let's see. Let me calculate the points. Carry the 2. I think Dom wins with 3 points, and Mom had 1.5.
Womp.
Gold for Dom, silver for Mom. Since we're talking Olympics here.
So,
Yeah.
Dom, what's one thing you want to tell other kids who might be using a Chameleon or Siri like you do?
Like, we don't even make fun of them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
That was a good answer, Doc.
Yeah.
That's right. Why? Why
I
We
like
love
that a
don't
lot.
that.
them?
because they're using a device.
That's right.
Right? That's very good answer,
Yes.
Dom.
I was asking before if kids are interested in your tech, because they might want to ask more questions and learn more about it. And that's how you might feel more included if kids are, oh, what's that? How does that help you? How does that help support you? So,
Dom, do you have any other kids in your class that are learning Braille like you?
Yes.
And do you help them with their Braille?
Yes.
Good. Cool.
awesome. So question for you, Kim.
Hmm?
Where can people go to support the Malan Syndrome Foundation or find resources if they suspect their child might have a rare syndrome?
They can go to our website at www.malansyndrome.org, or they can even shoot an email to the foundation at info@malansyndrome.org.
And we'll put
Cool.
that information in the show
Great.
notes.
So thank you both for being here. You're such a great example of how technology and heart and gold medals, right, Dom,
Yeah.
come together.
Yes.
And don't forget to subscribe to AT Talks wherever you get your podcasts. You can visit us at atcenter.tcnj.edu and follow us on Instagram at ATCenterTCNJ. And thank you again, everyone, for listening. And thank you, Kim and Dom, for being a part of AT Talks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap on another episode of AT Talks. A huge thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in. We love making this podcast and building this community with all of you. Remember, the conversation doesn't end here. The team at the Assistive Technology Center at TCNJ is dedicated to supporting educators across New Jersey. If you were inspired by today's discussion and want to bring high-quality, free professional development to your district, Vanessa and Madison are ready to help. To learn how you can partner with the center and build capacity in your school, head over to our website. You can find all the information you need at atcenter.tcnj.edu. And while you're there, we want to hear from you. Visit the podcast tab. There you can send us a question through our Google form, or even better, leave us a voice message on SpeakPipe for us to play live on the show. Be sure to follow us on social media to stay up to date on all our latest events and resources. You can find us on Instagram and YouTube with the handle @ATCenterTCNJ. And don't forget to subscribe to AT Talks on whatever platform you're listening on right now so you never miss an episode. On behalf of Vanessa, Madison, and myself, Brian, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Notes on the go. Once more.
And Dom, is there anything else you want to say, bud?
What is your our favorite Disney character?
Oh, that's a good question. My favorite Disney character is on my shirt right now.
What did he say?
It's the Beast, from Beauty and the Beast.
Can I pick a Pixar character? I'm more of a Pixar person. Do you like Pixar movies? Okay. I think it's between, I really like WALL-E. Okay, I'm going to go with WALL-E.
That's it. She went with her first choice.
And
then yours is Shocker.
And we got to ask one more. Mom, what is your favorite Disney or Pixar character?
Ooh, I don't know. I think I'll say Stitch too.
Cool. Good.
Nice.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Every shared story plants one more seed. The AT Center presents AT Talks, where every voice has room. Tech that opens up the doors makes every classroom bloom. Experts and